What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Cleanup, aka Brandon. Just making sure my tie looks good, straighten up, everything like that. Uh, but how's it going, everybody? Just here to kind of give you an update of where we're at and what we're going to be doing, and some ideas that I have to progress this group moving forward and our members moving forward. First and foremost, here to talk about the raptor drop, which I'm sure you guys are exhausted about hearing about. But this is 100% exclusive art. It's going to be like kind of retro style, so like think retro wave and other things like that. And it's going to be specific just to that. Again, absolutely free, airdropped. Turn in your stuff, and then you get a raptor in return, and then just do whatever you want with it on the market. I think it's going to be pretty cool. Again, it's going to be signified. What's going to happen is we're going to drop the fossil fuel, okay, and then after a little while, we're going to let the market play out, and then we're going to have a burn day, and it's going to be announced in the announcements and on Twitter. It's going to be like, hey, get your burn in. So that way you guys will be able to show off raptors and possibly put those on the secondary market if you want to. And again, 100% profit at that point for you guys. And, thanks for holding and doing what you can, and, kind of believing in the membership qualities of this particular club. And then, then after that, we're going to let the market play out, see what happens, and then have another burn day, and that'll be the final burn day. And then after that, it's closed, and then the Raptors will be no more. The retro Raptors will be no more. And so the burn days are built for hype, okay, as much as a regular, let's say, sale or drop day. It's built for hype, so the more retweets, the more interaction that we have, allows us to build hype for the community. And so I want to see a lot of activity. I'm going to personally be participating in that activity. But the most exciting part is the fact that it's going to be random people at random times doing this and participating. And what I mean by that is that not everybody is probably going to hand in and turn in their stuff for a raptor right at the beginning, depending on how many they have. And so, throughout Twitter or throughout our Discord, we're going to see people showing off at different times. And it's very important at that point to share those sort of small victories with other people outside of the community so we can generate that hype. I know that I'm going to be doing it, but community retweets are pretty big. I think it's really nice to celebrate with those you share membership with and other things like that. So that's just something I'm going to be doing. And then also along the same lines of like building like the community feel. We participated in Discord raids, which if you were part of that the other night, it was really, really fun. We just chose some groups to get into, and we went into their voice chat or their like regular text chat, and some were more accepted than others, but I think it's going to be something that other NFT creators will have to get used to, or something like that. It's a definitely different approach, and something that we could bring to the table that is very different than anybody else is doing. And that's the point. That's what we want to do, is we want to do things different than what most people are doing. We kind of want to lead the charge as far as doing things different, and that's the way we make our mark. And so Discord raids will be a thing. I don't think they should be like scheduled as far as like, oh, we have to go to this particular raid on this particular day because I talked to so-and-so and they were okay. I feel like it should be random. We should all pick a Discord to raid and then engage with their community. That way they know, we're super cool. Like we're easygoing and fun to hang out with. So yeah. Also, there can be some things like sales raids. So like if we find a particular group that we're really interested in and we kind of want to all ape into it, go for it. It just shows signs that us as a community, we're a collective, and that we move forward together. And so that's something that I want to do. Building a community also. Um, you guys are allowed to visit other discords. I'm saying I love you guys here, but also, we've had a lot of success visiting other discords like Zero and his rapping, and same with Cardatson. They did like this like rap, and it was wildly successful. And all they have to do is say it. They have to know like you're part of the Lucky Lizard Club, and then next thing you know, we got automatic street cred and rep and other things like that. So it's definitely something to write home about, I guess you would say. Because where I'm from, kind of stagnation equals death, right? So if you're not constantly doing something, you get bored, or you find yourself in a rut. And so I don't want any of us here in this Discord to feel like we're in a rut. And one thing that was kind of alarming is that, and I'm not a huge like numbers guy or whatever, so I don't want to make it seem like that. Our impact is huge. Like I'm very proud of where we're at. But one of those things is we went from like 4,100 Discord to 2,600, which can be alarming to some, but I'm actually really proud of the 2,600. And so I feel like that's a pretty good number. Like I'm a pretty proud number. And moving forward, I feel like my focus is for us to grow. And so I will do what it takes in order for us to grow in what I believe would be a right manner. And so we have 1,000 lizards, soon to be 500. We have 500 raptors, retro raptors. And so this number is very exciting. And I talked to some people inside the community, and I threw around the idea of possibly having a public sale of just regular, I guess you'd say, raptors. And what I mean by regular raptors is that they're completely separate art, completely separate backgrounds, completely separate traits than the raptors that we have now. And so I think in the interest of being able to satisfy the masses of people who would be interested in that, because dude, if we're being honest, they're going to see the retro raptors and they're going to want to get in. And so if we can wait kind of an indiscriminate amount of time and try to see what the demand is, right? So once the raptors are out released in the wild, I'll just be watching and kind of seeing, what's our growth, what the sales look like, and other things like that to determine kind of what a sweet spot would be for maybe possibly having a public sale. Because I feel like based on the art alone, the demand is going to be huge and people are going to want it. And so the last thing I want is for people to be turned off by us by being too exclusive. And that was something that I really focused on with the 1,000 drop, was like, it's just exclusive, and it's a good way to form the building blocks and to move forward. And so I think we've done that. I think we've done that quite well. I think there is a huge demand for the lizards as well as raptors and information on our group. I think this was most recently chaptered by the NFT update show, when we were the fastest sellout on NFT update. And that's something I'm very proud of, and it just shows that people inside the community still want us. They still want to be able to be in. And the problem is that if I release the 500 raptors alone, just by themselves, I'm fearful that we won't gain anyone or any new traction. And so therefore we will become stagnant and we'll become dead, And so you guys can feel free to chime in. I talked to a lot of people within the community, just in chat, and overall the vibe was very, very positive. We want to grow. I feel like we all want to grow. We all want to be a part of something big and bigger than where it is now. And I feel like this is one of those ways to naturally adopt more of a following. So that way, there's more of that brotherhood there. And so if you were to look at it, my reasoning behind this is because I looked at some of the exclusive NFTs out there, and I'm talking about the chameleons. I talked to a chameleon mod. I talked to the chameleon creator. I talked to somebody who was just in the community the other night. And I asked him, because if you don't know anything about them, it's 3D art. It looks great. Like, I really, really wanted them. I was highly interested in them, but they were just literally too hard to get. And so I lost interest. And when speaking with him, I said, "Do you want to issue more?" And he said, "No." And I said, that's fine. I mean, it's your project, whatever you want to do. But I was looking at the chat, and chat didn't seem to be very vibrant. It didn't seem to be as crazy as ours, right? Like, I went to some of the other chats, boys, and like, I'm telling you right now, nobody has what we have. And anybody can tell you that. Nobody has what we have. They don't have the art, they don't have the community, that we have. And those are things that I'm very proud of. And so I was talking with the chameleons, I was talking with Rubbish Animations, obviously, which all these things have really great art behind them, but they've lost a lot of their following and a lot of the steam that they built up because there just wasn't anything available. I mean, even on the secondary market, it can be available on the secondary market, but people want things to mint. They want things that they can get into right at the beginning. And if you don't have enough, then that's a problem, and people lose the steam, they lose the interest. And so a success story about this is, I would say, Clay Nation or Claymates. So Claymates, just in case you didn't know, came out with 5 or 6 drops, I think, right before they released their most recent one. And everybody liked the art. Everybody liked the claymation and stuff like that. Everybody was onto it. They realized how it was unique and offered something different to the space. But it didn't gain too much traction. And if you can answer this question, you're the winner of the day. When did they get their most traction? It is when they did their 10K drop. That's when it was in everybody's mouths. That's when it was huge on the volume charts, and when it was selling, and everybody could not get enough of it. Now, I'm not releasing 10,000. I'm not even close. The primitive figures that I was thinking about was 3,000. So if we were to have 500 of the ultra rare retro raptors that were given out for free just to our OG holders and other things like that, and then release 3,000 for a public sale, which is still pretty small. I mean, based on how fast we can sell out and the vibrance within the Twitter space, as well as just Discord, because there's completely different communities involved here, right? We have the Discord people, and then we have the Twitter people. The Twitter people, from what I'm finding out, missed out on it, and they want in. They just need something to get into. And so that's where the regular public sale Raptors would go. And what I really want is for us to have more adoption, to have more movement on the charts, so we're in everybody's mouths, to where people are like, oh crap, yeah, maybe I'll check out their Discord, be with some brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying? Develop that core community, because here's the thing, we've built the core solid foundation that we need in order to build upon it. And I feel like if we were to take the 3,000 Raptors and take what we already have and build on it, like, we're going to be huge. We're going to be great. Like, you think the chat's crazy now, and I think everybody experienced the chat drop day. It just went ape shit. And so I think moving forward, this is kind of the way to go. It also provides the ability for us to fund future projects that we have. So we're talking about getting an actual 24/7 dev team that can deliver some of the cool shit that I want to do inside the space. And so all of this costs money. I haven't gone on any sort of spending spree, or I'm not eating steak dinners and taking clients out to dinner and just living lavish. I'm not doing that. 100% of what I'm doing is going back into the project. And so that's the way it needs to be in order to get to where we want to go. And so I feel like we're going in the right direction. You guys can feel free to let me know what you think. I'm always open, and I always want what's best for the entire community, and I will take everything into account. I just think in order for us to survive, to keep going, to flourish, and to be number one, to be top dog, to be thought of 2 years from now when we're still creating shit, people still want to be a part of it. I think this is the route we're going to have to take, and it's something that I would be super proud of. So let me know what you think. That's the big announcement for today. I feel like it's a huge announcement, but yeah, I look forward to talking to you guys more. I'll be in Discord tonight to chat. I'm also talking to a dev tonight about the release of the fossil fuels, and yeah, I look forward to chatting with you guys. Let me know what you think, and I'll holler at you later. Bye.